everyone, hope you're having a good day. I'm going to talk on PCOS today, polycystic ovary syndrome. Every woman, every girl falling in fertility age group, 1 out of 10 is suffering from PCOS. I'm not going to talk about the science behind it, but I'm just going to talk about how to handle PCOS. Now, it is basically mainly because of poor lifestyle that PCOS happens. Now, what girls facing from PCOS, they think is that the only way out is the medication. Now, we can't live on this medication for the rest of our lives. I'm not saying to just get rid of the medication. It's okay initially if you are on medicine, but you can work parallelly to get rid of the medication by changing your lifestyle. If you are a girl diagnosed with PCOS, you will be having symptoms like abnormal hair growth, obesity, depression, irregular periods, and subsequently there will come a stage when it will end up in infertility. PCOS can be healed. Yes, it can be healed by just changing your lifestyle. There are few steps that you have to follow and you will just fix this problem. Now, this is basically the hormonal imbalance in your body, which is the most common problem faced by girls in the modern age. Now, your first duty is to get yourself educated about PCOS. Almost every girl suffering from PCOS is also diagnosed with insulin resistance. What is the function of insulin in our body? Now, when we eat carbohydrates, the carbohydrates are broken down into glucose and converted into usable energy by insulin. The insulin spikes formed inside our body. Coming to carbohydrates, every single carb is rated on a GI scale, the glycemic index scale that starts from 0 to 100, where 100 represents glucose. This scale basically signifies how fast a carbohydrate is digested by our body. Regular insulin spikes in your bloodstream through consuming sugar or high GI foods is really bad for fat loss perspective. You won't be able to lose fat and maintain lean body in the long term. It is even worse for the girls suffering from PCOS. Sugar, which is rated at 100 on the GI scale, will cause an insulin spike in your bloodstream. These insulin spikes are caused by high GI carbohydrates. Every single carbohydrate in the world is rated sugar as a reference. Now, the carbs that will cause the same effect as sugar are rated high on the GI scale. The closer the carbs are on the GI scale to 100, the bigger the insulin spike they will produce in your bloodstream. So since you are insulin resistant, you have to avoid high GI carbs. So your job is to 1, avoid sugar and high GI foods, and 2, reduce your fat percentage. So you need to know everything about carbs, what the high GI carbs are, what the low GI carbs are, and the foods falling in these 2 categories. So you have to stick to 3 ground rules. Number 1, you have to go for a high protein diet. Since you're on a high protein diet, number 2, you have to keep yourself hydrated all the time. Check your urine that it's clear and it's not yellow. So you drink water as much as you can, maximum of 4 liters a day. And the third rule is to avoid sugar completely. I totally understand that completely avoiding sugar is not possible. So what is the solution for that? You being a human being, of course, if you have a sweet tooth, you will be having cravings for sugar. So how to tackle this? Now, there is a way out. Fruits. Fruits are the best way to satisfy your sugar cravings. Now, I'm going to share with you a diet plan which is really going to help you in the long run to reduce your fat percentage and to satisfy your sugar cravings. So there will be 2 points in the day where you can afford insulin spikes. Number 1, in the breakfast, you can have a small bowl of fruit, and post-workout to satisfy your sugar cravings. Eat a wholesome breakfast and a wholesome lunch in which you will be eating protein and pair it up with low glycemic index carbs. You are even allowed to take a small bowl of low GI carbs pre-workout, like a small bowl of oats or a multigrain bread. Then you will do your workout. After workout, you will be feeling low in energy. You are allowed to take a small bowl of fruits. But now comes dinner. After dark, say no to carbs and eat protein. If you will pair up this diet plan with a good physical routine, your PCOS problem would be destroyed. Thank you very much, everyone. This is all for now. I wish you all the very best. So the only thing that I will say is eat clean, keep moving, and live to the fullest.